So in this video, we're going to see the difference between exclude empty cells and exclude empty cell items. So beforehand, I've created these two columns to be able to give us the opportunity to tell the difference between the two options. So when you look at our board, we have item one, status and numbers. What we like to do is that we like to find items which have duplicate item names, duplicate status, and then numbers. So for example, item one has a duplicate name, has duplicate status of done, and has duplicate numbers. That is number one. The same for item two and item three. The only difference being that item three has an empty cell for status. So status is empty here and status is empty here. So now let's go back to our board. Let's select our group. Let's move on to next. Select our item name, select our status, and then numbers. Now for this time, let's select exclude empty cells. Let's go to next. Let's choose this option. Click on next. Now select exclude empty cells because that's the option we chose. And then we name our label as duplicate. So click on complete, just done. So we can go back to step two, and this time we choose exclude empty cell items. Everything remains the same. The duplicate and include the first instance. Status column, we choose exclude empty cell items. We also give the label as duplicate, and then we click on complete. Now when we go back to our app, we can see a little difference. Now the exclude empty cells has everything marked. That is all the items were marked as duplicate, whereby the exclude empty cell items excluded item 3. Why? Now, what the exclude empty cell item does is that anytime there is an empty cell, the whole item is excluded from the search. So, for example, for item 3, it has a status of empty. So this is empty, this is also empty. So this is excluded and this is also excluded. So that is why it is not marked as a duplicate. But what exclude empty cells means is that it excludes these cells which are empty but takes into consideration the other columns that are not empty. So for example, item 3 has item 3 as a name, and then there's also another item 3 here. So these are duplicates. Also, it has numbers, that is number 3 and number 3 here, which are also duplicates. So even though this is excluded, these are duplicates and these are duplicates. So this is marked as a duplicate. But exclude empty cell means that since this is empty, the whole item is excluded. So this is excluded because it's empty, and this is also excluded because it's empty. I hope this explains the difference between the two. Thank you.